Yeah. And then after all the food you ate yesterday at Easter, it was kind of magnified that as well. You're moving down a little slower. Those crutches have more weight to carry.
No,
Did you know you started the podcast?
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
no.
Yeah, I was we're just gonna start, go conversation. We'll break into whatever we want to talk about, but since Ethan ruined it,
Sorry,
I'm
I
just
just
kidding,
saw the
Ethan.
3-2-1. I didn't know if you messed up because that happens a lot, so I just had to verify.
Oh no, oh no, this was planned. This is we've reached episode six. I said Nick Weir.
I get it. I get it now. I get it now, Stewie.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Cool Whip. What are you
Yeah.
saying? Cool Whip.
Just unfortunate
Say
sometimes.
cool.
Cool whip.
Say
Cool
whip.
whip.
Whip. Now put it together. Cool Whip, Brian. Cool Whip.
Grant still is upstairs. It looks like. Grant, do you have a update on the knee?
I cut it off.
Cut it off.
Unlike by popular belief, according to Ethan, I should amputate the knee. But the knee is still intact. I feel like I'm getting better every day. In terms of my PT doing, more stretches. I'm able to, the heel slide. I'm able to get up to 90 degrees. That's going to be the hard part is bending it backwards. That's going to take a long time on the rehab. But just walking around the house on the crutches, I feel like I'm walking more, not limping as much. Pain isn't bad. Kind of off all the good oxy that the doctor gave me. So I got to figure out what to do with that extra stuff. I'm sure there's some high school athlete around here looking for some, so I could give that to them. I don't know. No, feeling good. Got therapy session tomorrow and a post-op on Thursday with the doc. So we'll see where that goes. Probably still won't be able to drive probably the whole month of April just because this brace is so big and bulky.
Jeez.
That you need your right foot to hit the gas and the brake.
Correct.
You haven't figured out how to do it left-footed yet?
No, I mean my mom and her siblings were taught how to drive with their left foot with the brakes, so might
Yeah, because they grew up driving a stick shift.
might have to do that. So we'll see. But I figured out the person who clears me to possibly drive again is my surgeon. And
Okay.
they want to make sure you're not on any medication, but then also the big thing is my reaction time, and if I can move while I'm in the brace. So, I mean, we'll see. I'd much rather take my time, and if I have to be in a brace in the month of May, that's fine, to make sure that this heals right properly. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, glad you're still feeling better. Are you getting stir crazy just having to sit in a house the whole time, or has that? Are you still enjoying your time inside? Still?
It's all right. It's not the greatest, but what you do is you just got to break the day up into parts. Like you wake up. Like I said last week, I wake up, get breakfast, watch Good Morning Football, maybe something else on the TV, and then maybe 10:30. Go into my room and do some physical therapy stretches. And there's a decent amount of stretches I got to do. I got to do 2 sets of each, 15 to 20 repetitions. So before you know it, that's 30-35 minutes of just kind of stretching and working that leg out right there. And then if you maybe want to find something new on something else on the TV, you watch. But then after that, maybe it's it's time for lunch, and then you have that, and that's also kind of a process, just because you got to kind of walk around and crutch around the house, so that takes longer than anticipated. And then in the afternoon, I maybe turn the TV off, and I've gotten some books over these years for Christmas, kind of reading some of them in the room, and then maybe if well, after that, oh, you know what, hey, I'm going to do another set of stretches, the second one of the day. So you do them for another half hour, and then, after that, I might want to take a shower. So I get in the shower, and again, that's more of a process, just because you guys would be surprised, how hard it is to lift this right leg up and bend a little bit. Taking a pair of shorts and taking a pair of boxers off and on and is harder is harder than it should be. So
you wear underwear?
Well, most of the time, but sometimes I don't. And then
Oh,
sometimes you
okay.
just break it up by parts of the day, and it's not that bad. I mean, this weekend, down to Mankato for Easter. Going to go down again, this weekend. And when you're with your folks and your sister and parents' new dog, the days go by fast. So you kind of just got to break it in parts. They could be long days, but hey, just for better recovery in the long haul, I'll live with a crappy month of April, I'll say.
Yeah. Uh, and I suppose I don't know what you guys had for weather, but who knows? Maybe once, hopefully, you'll be able to get out and do some tanning on the front lawn. I think the neighbors really would want to see that.
You
And
could get
because
some pretty
I
sick
know
tan lines.
what's that?
He could get some pretty sick tan
He gets
lines.
some pretty sick tan lines.
Oh, he
with
could.
his brace here.
He could. That is a tan line that would be legendary. Then you could just like kind of finish it, and you could like put some lines or like tape over it and get like a football field too on your leg.
Sure.
Yeah, that's some dedication right there. And I think that's something you got to do because I don't know about what it's like over in your guys' neck of the woods, but it was a beautiful day over out in Dickinson. It was 71 degrees. I think tomorrow it's going to be even warmer. So things are looking up. The snow is pretty much in my front yard. My backyard's got some snow still to deal with, but hopefully that's slowly melting. But yeah, we got a high of 82 tomorrow in Dickinson.
I think it's going to be in this.
It's going to be close to 80 here.
I know it was going to be at least somewhat
Okay.
in the 70s. I didn't know the exact temp. But
81, I think, Wednesday.
yeah, Wednesday's going to be the nice day this week.
And then it's back to 40s, over the weekend.
Okay.
It still is April. I mean, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain and shit.
There's no snow. That's all I care.
Yeah.
There's no white.
Well, and I'm going to Cancun on Saturday, and it's looking like
murder outside your resort. That's pretty fun.
I don't know if it was outside my resort. It was just a picture of the resort I'm staying at. But I
would assume that means it's
outside. A lot
outside.
like maybe they just like the picture of Cancun. Who knows? But I feel like there has to be like some other stuff, like some of these tourists. They have to be like instigating it, like they're doing something to where they're going to get shot. I don't think they're just out here murking innocent civilians. I think there's a lot more to this story than
you should let us know what the line becomes. Like what actually crosses the line.
So, Dylan, are you saying alcohol? Are you saying alcohol is being involved in these deaths?
I don't know if it's alcohol, if it's stronger supplements, vitamins, whatever you want to call it.
Drugs.
Yeah. I don't know, but my plan is I'm just gonna stay on the resort the whole time and hang out, live my best life, probably get burnt to shit. But you know what? Beats the hell out of working.
Can't complain with that.
It's true.
So that's kind of my plan, and I guess we'll talk again Wednesday. Maybe talk more about my upcoming vacation. But that's kind of the plan right now. So everybody else seems a lot more worried about it than me. But I don't plan on buying any drugs, so I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot to worry about. Knock on wood. But yeah, so that's how things are going. But how was Easter, guys?
Ate a lot of food, and took 2 naps, one each day. It was great.
2 naps.
Yeah. What hole did you start your nap on Sunday and wake up? What hole were they on Sunday?
Sunday, I was it was only about a 30-minute power nap, so it wasn't very long.
Okay.
I can't remember what though.
All right.
Believe it or not, on Sunday, I did not fall asleep during the Masters. I did not take the Sunday golf nap.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I was pleasantly surprised with myself. There, at one point, I think Brooks and Hovland were on 12, and I kind of could see myself maybe committing to the nap, but I powered through it and did not do the golf nap on Sunday, which I was kind of proud of myself for holding the line and staying awake.
Well, I wish I wouldn't have, because I was at my grandma's from like 11 to like 3:45, and then I crashed at like 4 for like, similar to Ethan, about a half hour nap, and then I couldn't sleep the rest of the night. So I wish I didn't take a nap, but sometimes things just kind of happen that way, and then I didn't sleep for shit last night, and gotta learn to avoid those dreaded 4 o'clock naps.
You're like a child. You napped way too late in the evening hour.
I know. I didn't plan for that to happen. It was just, I just ate way too much food. You know, we were at my grandma's. Like I was telling Ethan before, it was the first time like our entire family was together for a holiday since Christmas of 2019. Oh, wow. So there were a lot of people. There were a lot of noises. You were talking. You were just having a great time, because just being with family. I had a cousin who was in Japan working, and he got back, so I got to see him. He was telling us about that. My cousin Logan was talking about some of his hunting adventures. We were watching the Masters. He decided he was going to flip it. We watched some figure skating for a while.
Ew. That sounds gross.
That's terrible.
It was like Blades. It was like Blades of Glory, so it was all right. Okay. You know. Yep.
I mean, I took my nap at like 3:30, and I fell. I mean, literally, I didn't wake up until this morning when I woke up and Boone's ass was in my face. Nice. So, I mean, like, you could probably still sleep just fine.
Yeah, the good news is I don't have pink eye now either, so got that going for me.
I don't have that yet. Let's see.
It's coming.
Yeah, it takes about 48 hours for that bad bacteria to grow in your eye.
It's the Ed Ordrin. We coming, and we ain't backing down. That's pink eye to Ethan right now.
I hope not. That would be bad.
But the Masters did take place, and Jon Rahm was the winner. Coming from behind and dealt with the elements, dealt with a tree falling down. You know what's also incredible too is like how that tree fell down on Friday, and within a half hour it was already picked up. I think the rest of the world should just take notice of how Augusta is running. If we ran the rest of the world like Augusta, we would not have the issues that we have.
I think it's more amazing.
This world. What's that?
I thought it was more amazing no one died. Like, there was literally someone that fell, like, standing
It was like right. She is the luckiest woman in the world. It fell right in between her.
It's close to our Augusta, but she should have gone there right after that shit happened.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? With how well this oiled machine is, that is Augusta National, where they have the world's biggest rainstorm on Friday, and Saturday they just say, you know what, hey, we're gonna get this thing figured out and finish this tournament. Actually, probably around the same time it normally would have been done on a given day. Even if that tree would have fallen on that woman, they would have finished the tournament, and we would have forgotten this woman died. They would have. Yeah,
probably. You're probably right.
Said, to hell with her. Hey, you know what? You shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have been by a tree. You knew the weather was going to be bad. Sorry, sweetheart. But we got a golf tournament to finish because we got $15 million to hand out.
Yeah. And Jon Rahm, I mean, he was, Brooks Koepka, he's only a 54-hole player, 72, and we say this jokingly, but I don't know. I feel like that might have had something to do with it, because it really wasn't anything Rahm did. He just kind of let the course come to him, and he just wasn't going to make any mistakes, where Brooks just could. That final round, in probably the last like 24 holes, he just could not find the fairway at all, and he had a late surge, but it was still too little too late. But Rahm just kind of just let the game come to him. He didn't have to do anything over the top, and found himself at the turn up two shots. the opposite of what he was when he started the final round.
Well, I mean, it basically exactly what we described what these guys need to do is get off to a hot start Thursday, Friday, try and get some holes in Saturday, and then come back Sunday. But whoever got off to the hot start, they were going to win, and that's exactly what happened. Koepka, Rahm, Spieth. I mean, if he doesn't completely shit himself the back nine of the third round, I mean, he probably might be 13, 14 under. Like he looked, was it 6 under? I think in the last round, 7 under, something like that.
Him and Phil both.
Yeah, and like it was whoever came out hot was going to have a chance, and that's exactly what happened. They were able to at least play decent enough to play maybe 1 over, 2 over on Saturday, and then get the good weather again Sunday.
Well, then also, I don't know if there's any truth to this or not, but the group in front of Koepka and Rahm, they were playing super slow on Sunday, and apparently
Patrick Cantley.
The one thing that just agitates Brooks to the moon and back that I read today was when people play slow. So do you think maybe that was also mentally affecting his game? It's
I think
it has to.
It's golf. It's a crazy stupid game. These people are playing slow in front of him, and by the time he finally gets a chance to tee off because these guys are away, he's so agitated that he thinks too much and he tries too hard, and he ends up not in the fairway.
It's possible.
I don't think it's something you can completely dismiss because I'm someone too that I don't like sitting around waiting on a golf course. I'm not a professional, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not someone that I like sitting around waiting all the time. I like getting up, maybe waiting a little bit. But I'm someone that we get to the tee box, I'm walking to the tee, I'm teeing up, I'm hitting, and I'm getting ready to go. I don't like waiting around. You sit there, and depending on who you're with, it gives you more opportunities to drink alcohol, and it affects the more I'm not one that I can drink. I'm not very good when I'm drinking heavily either. So I think there is some truth to it, but that's something that you have to, maybe this is something that Brooks looks at there's something I got to do, that when something like this happens, I got to do something that'll take my mind off the sitting, waiting, the frustration part of it, because it wasn't just him. Jon Rahm was dealing with the same thing, and it didn't affect him. So that comes into the mental aspect of the game of golf.
Was I the only guy that picked the person that made it past the cut?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Justin Thomas sucked. Tom Hoagie sucked.
Rory
sucked.
Sucked. What did he end up as even? I don't even know.
It was more than it was over +4.
Yeah. I know DJ, I think, ended up +8 or something after he made the cut.
Yeah, Tiger was +9 before he withdrew.
Yeah, he was
and
struggling.
That's unfortunate that we won't ever see him win another Masters,
or
unless he's able to.
General.
I mean, he could probably fill out a waiver and be able to use a cart, but Tiger won't do that. He's got too much pride, and it's that's not how you golf. Once he gets on the Champions Tour, yeah, he'll probably do that, but he's going to have everything break right for him. He's going to have the weather. He's going to have his swing locked in, and his body is just failing him. That's exactly what it is. 7,500 yards, 4 straight days. Your body's going to wear down, especially when your leg was almost amputated.
Was it the first round? It was either the first or second round. He hit one. He was basically standing in the bunker. The ball was outside of the bunker. And as soon as he hit it, he's up there hopping on his left foot because his right foot's hurting so bad. It's something, I don't know if it was his right foot that had the plantar fasciitis or what, but something totally was not right.
It was that right foot. And I think, Ethan, I know exactly what shot you're talking about. I think that was on the first day, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was, and he's hobbling around even after
because,
that.
To your point, was the right foot in the sand and the left foot was on the grass, or were they both in the sand?
Yeah, like his left foot was like kneeling or something, or I can't remember. It was just a super, super, super awkward stance.
They may have even both been in the sand, but he didn't have that balance on the ground because he only had 6 inches before his ball would have been in the bunker. And it's almost like in that situation, you wish you were just in the bunker.
You just accidentally knocked it in. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He's walking up to it. Oh, shoot. Look at that. It just fell right in there. What a shame.
Yeah, but was a great tournament, and looking forward to the next. Because what is the next one? Is it the P? It's the PGA, right? That's in May.
I believe so. Where's it at this year?
Ooh. Let's see here.
I thought because the U.S. Open's at the Los Angeles Country Club, but I am not sure where the PGA is located.
Let's see here. Oak Hill Country Club in New York.
I was gonna say I think that's New York. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the U.S.
Yep.
The U.S. Open is, like I said, I think the Los Angeles Country Club.
Well, Dylan, if you're looking for a date to come down, the 3M Open is the 27th through the 30th.
Yeah, I know. That's possibility. We'll see. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything going on. It's like the week before football starts, so that might be something to look at.
It's my off weekend.
I know Grant won't be able to golf, but he can be our caddy.
He could.
Yeah.
Or we could even golf for free at my apartment.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. But frankly, in the summer, if the summer and I'm going to see you guys, we're gonna golf outside.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, the only fun I might be able to have.
But are there any courses open? Are there any courses open in the cities right now?
Oh God, no.
No, not a chance.
No, there's still snow in some parts. Like the course across the street has snow on it.
Dylan, you got to realize there's
gotcha.
3 feet of frost that needs to thaw out, and when it does, the going to be super saturated. I bet you there will be no golf played in Minnesota until at least May.
Okay, yeah. I was talking to my buddy that works for the Parks and Rec in Dickinson, and he said that they're hoping for a May 1 start. So cross our fingers for that.
But hey, I might be able to play some serious mini putt this summer.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get gross.
If I want to come and just watch and be there for moral support, who says I can't have a celebrity shot on the green?
Yes.
Just give me a putter and let me putt this thing in. So we'll see.
Master putter.
It's going to be a lot of time this summer, probably either at physical therapy or in the gym, getting this leg and this body back in shape. So.
Yeah. Yep. No squats and no leg day though. How are you going to handle that?
Well, since the end of January when I first tweaked it, I, for the most part, was just hitting upper body. So we'll just do that. But I'll probably eventually get some sort of exercise to work on the legs to strengthen that up again. That's the big thing in my therapy, guys, is keeping my thigh muscle and my hip muscle activated to keep the muscles around the knee strong. So, they'll get me on the recumbent bike and all this other stuff. So I'll have some exercises, but to your point, might not be able to hit a legit leg day until, September, October, November. We're probably close, but that's all right. We'll just hit with the upper body on the machines and do what I can.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Enjoy the sauna. You can bump up your chest press numbers. I think you kind of still have those rookie numbers at 115, but always going to bump up those numbers.
We're going to need to bump that up there.
Yeah. Weren't you guys going to record it together tonight, though? Weren't you saying something like that?
No, you're hearing something.
Oh, did you guys get in a fight? Were you guys throwing hands at each other? Who was throwing the hands? Who was Rudy Gobert? Who was... I don't even know who the other guy was, but...
I was Jim McDaniels. I punched a wall.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Ethan's right hand is fractured, so he's not going to be able to use a pen or a pencil for a while.
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, he can't draw dicks at work. What the hell? What a shame.
It's pretty brutal.
But that's the Wolves, they went full Minnesota team. It's been a rough couple of days for the Gophers and Minnesota sports fan, between Rudy Gobert getting into a fight and then the Gophers losing in the national championship game on Saturday. Times are tough in Minneapolis right now. Luckily, the Twins are. What's that?
Not a lot to cheer for, unfortunately, at the moment.
No, Twins lost this today.
I will give the Twins a pass. They pretty much sat everyone. Correa was out with back spasms. Buxton scheduled day off. Gallo's not 100% yet. Kepler's on the IL already. But they almost got Cease. They almost beat Cease without all those guys. So
yeah, you look at the lineup today when it came out, and you kind of said they're just kind of waving the white flag, because you look at the schedule. Was it 7 in a row? Or no, if you go back to last weekend, 10 in a row, Ethan? Because it's 3 against the Sox, and then 4 against the Yankees this weekend. It's something
I don't know.
It's a long stretch, so some guys need some time off. And to your point, they're like, we're going up against Cease. Maybe we'll give these guys a day off because it was a day game, and you come back tomorrow night. You get 36-ish hours between your next game, so why not try to get back after it tomorrow night?
And even
they aren't.
One pitch.
They got a rough. They have a.
Yeah, don't go.
I was just gonna say they got a rough stretch coming up, because they aren't off till Monday. They don't have an off day until Monday the 17th.
Next week.
They play the White Sox tomorrow and Wednesday, and then they fly out to New York for a 4-game series against the Yankees.
If you throw in the game, the 3-game set this last weekend, you're playing 10 days in a row. So
pretty much, because
Ethan, you got to give some guys a day off. It's a 162-game marathon, and that's the one bummer about last Thursday's game being moved to Fridays. You didn't have that day off in between. Didn't have that grace period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I actually found out that they do that on purpose, because so they have like a makeup day in case something like that happens. I learned that last week for the first time.
Yeah. Well, even today they were basically 1 error and 1 pitch from keeping the White Sox to 1 run.
Well, yeah, because
1 3-run.
It's like
did it.
The Sox, they only had the 4th inning. Besides that, they didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, you're absolutely right.
No,
you don't have that bad pitch on that home run. Twins win 3-1.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Next,
Isn't it?
You get who's still tomorrow? Joe Ryan probably somewhere around there.
I bet you he's probably going to be Wednesday, because he threw Saturday, didn't he?
Would it be
Pablo? Saturday?
It'd be Pablo. It's Pablo.
Yeah.
Yep, first Lance Lynn.
They should light up Lynn.
So let's hope so. And you know what? Like we said, we're going to be the mirror positivity for the Twins this year. I understand that the Astros were beaten up and they kind of limped into the series, but
not really.
2 out of 3, that's all you can do.
Who are they missing outside of Altuve?
They're really just missing Altuve.
There was somebody else they were missing, though.
They had everyone else. Tucker, Alvarez, Bregman, Pena. They threw 2 of their best starters. The 2 games we beat them, they threw 2 of their best starters.
I went off of what Brandon Warren said in Locked On Twins, so blame him.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they're missing much. The Twins, they're just they couldn't hit the shit from the Twins. They had so many whiffs in that series.
The story of the Astros' year so far is they can't hit anybody. And sure, the season is young. I mean, they're going to be just fine. But it's so far, 7 games into the season, 10 games into the season, the Astros can't hit anybody.
No.
So, yeah, well, and just see how they plug along and keep going. I like what I see from the starting pitching. The bullpen right now kind of scares me for the Twins. Those late pushes that they the late pushes that teams will make in that ninth inning, but there's a lot of season left, so hopefully they can work that out.
Bullpen doesn't scare me at all. They've been fantastic so far.
Okay. And then the how are we feeling about the Wolves on Tuesday night? When this episode drops, it'll already be so then they'll have to play.
Probably
would be the
probably
Clippers,
New Orleans or Oklahoma City in Target Center. Because they'll be
okay, yeah.
If it's Oklahoma City, I think they beat them. I think they lose to the Pelicans.
Well, and Zion ain't playing. That's got to be the longest hamstring injury ever.
It's ridiculous to miss 50-plus games or whatever it is with a hamstring strain and a calf strain. It's just unbelievable how soft these NBA players are.
How does this playoff thing work now? Because it said if the T-Wolves lose, I'm like, aren't they done?
So
no.
The way it goes is the play-in tournament, it's the 7 seed, the 8 seed, the 9 seed, and the 10 seed. So the Wolves are in the 7-8 game. So the winner of that game becomes the 7 seed, and they play Memphis. The loser of the 7-8 game then hosts the winner of the 9-10 game, and then
They become
the 8 seed. That's why the Wolves played the Grizzlies last year, because we beat the Clippers. Because we were the 7.
That's right.
And then the Clippers, they had a home game since they were they lost their first game, but the Pelicans were the lower seed in the regular season, so the Clippers got the home game, and they lost to the Pelicans, and the Pelicans were the 8.
That's right.
So if the Wolves win tomorrow night, they play the Grizz again. If they lose, they get a home game against the Pelicans or the Thunder, and then the winner of that game plays the Nuggets.
Nuggets. I'll take a rematch with Memphis. That was freaking awesome last year.
Yeah.
For that to
it's that simple. You just got to score more points than the other team.
You know what? Fuck LeBron.
Well, also, I
agree.
The Grizzlies. I hate Dylan Brooks. Jon Rahm, the fake tough guy.
He spells his name the wrong way.
The I and the 2 L's and the ION. Oh, gross. Well, and he also went to the University of Oregon, and not a whole lot good comes to Northwest in this country. And it's just I can't stand Memphis. John Morant being a tough guy on Instagram Live.
It's only a matter of time until he shoots someone.
It's only a matter of time. He's in the NBA. And the fact that the Wolves gave away that series last year, we should have lost to the Golden State Warriors, not the Grizzlies.
We would have beat them.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going to happen in the NBA playoffs. It's kind of returned to where it's a little bit of a crapshoot, and really, Golden State doesn't know how to win on the road. This might be setting up that the Lakers go to the finals.
Oh, shut the fuck up! There's no way.
Yeah, I don't want to believe it, but I was listening to Chris Mannix today, and that's what he was saying is this sets up perfectly for the Lakers. They're going to win, probably a LeBron humper, but.
Well,
And I've watched one game of the NBA this year, and it was for a half, so I could say I saw LeBron break the all-time scoring record. So I'm just going off of what I listen to on talk radio.
I find it hard to believe if they just find a couple games that something just clicks. No one's gonna beat Booker, Durant, Paul. It's just not gonna happen.
Durant plays.
Well,
when all three of them play.
There's just no way. No one's going to beat them.
Playing the Clippers in round 1, and Paul George has a knee injury.
No, it's not going to be fair.
Paul George is hurt
again.
Yeah.
What? No, that guy's never missed a game in his life. Between him, Kawhi, and Russell Westbrook,
him alone.
When have they ever missed any games?
I've never heard of load management. Never heard of her.
Yeah. I'm still laughing at how Dallas just completely missed the playoffs.
Yeah. Now they're scrambling to save Luka.
Kyrie Irving, wherever he goes, the thing falls apart.
Oh, he's just a fucking mass murderer.
The dude is cancer.
Yeah.
The dude is cancerous.
Yeah. You might as well just walk in there and just light it up.
And Family Guy. Or like that.
That's exactly what he is.
Like in every door he leaves, there's a trail
I've
of
seen
blood.
that. There's a meme going around. There's that meme going around of from Celtics to
it'd be
he went to the
Cavs,
Nets,
Celtics, Nets,
and then
what, Mavs? Yeah.
and Dallas. Yeah.
Why would you trade for him? I don't get it. It never works.
And then it's like Luka, of course, after a couple of games with Kyrie, that's when he comes out and says, basketball used to be fun to play. It shouldn't be a coincidence that Luka's not having fun when Kyrie's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron's
and you know what's great? And Brooklyn somehow is still the 6th seed. They avoided the play-in tournament.
because the East is like so top heavy. Then there's just shit.
It's a 2-horse race.
The Sixers and the Nuggets, sure, they're in 2 different conferences. They're just like Rick Barnes in the tournament. They're just like Shaka Smart, Arizona. You can't trust them. So this NBA championship this year is gonna come down to either Golden State and the Lakers, or Phoenix, excuse me.
Whoa, Grant, you already are saying I mentioned the Lakers winning a title, and you're suddenly on board with the Lakers winning it now.
They
Unbelievable.
can't beat the Warriors or the Suns. So it's gonna be one of these 4 teams: the Suns, the Warriors, the Bucks, or the Celtics.
Well, if the Lakers win tomorrow night, they wouldn't play the Suns till the conference finals. They could play Golden State, which I think Golden State beats Sacramento in 6 or 5.
So you're actually you think Golden State went on the road? They were 9 and 31 this year.
They haven't scored all year. They just be like, "Oh, we can do this."
I think they can beat the Kings. I mean,
It's
even if it goes 7 games, they just have to win 1 game.
Exactly.
They just have to. It doesn't matter what happens their first 3 games at home. They just got to win 1. Win the games that they're supposed to at home, and then go win 1 game, steal a game on the road, and it's like if they win game. So if they win game 2, they go back to San Francisco, win game 3 and 4. They just got to go back. Well, I guess that would be 2 games, but still, even if they lose in game 5 in Sacramento, they go back to the Bay and they win that game in 6.
And Andrew Wiggins is coming back, I think.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much you can trust Wiggins. Like, the guy hasn't played since December. Like, I don't know.
What was that about?
I don't think you just show up and you're instantly in basketball shape.
Serious health issue. His dad.
His dad? Oh God, I didn't know anything.
I just think
he wasn't playing.
Yeah,
he gives that team such a boost mentally. Like they know, they just know. Hey, they know
Could
Wiggs is here. Basketball's a weird.
But this is the first, or Sunday is the first time, or next Sunday is the first time the Kings will be playing in prime time since 2007.
No shit.
Wow.
Well, they were a while they were the team with the longest playoff drought. So I want to say it was like 02-03.
It would have been 04 because that's when they lost to the Lakers.
Yeah.
04.
Right? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Or would that have been 04 when Robert Horry hit that 3-pointer?
That was 01. That was when they that was the Game 7 series. That was the Tim Donaghy, or the ref, not Tim Donaghy game. He didn't ref that one.
Game 6.
Or did he? Yeah. That was the one that was the one that was allegedly fixed.
You hear those guys, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, these other NBA guys, they said the NBA had their Game 6 official, where when they needed it to go 7, they called in this guy. Yeah, their Game 6.
Interesting.
Rep.
Yeah.
I really want to make a prediction, but I just don't think the Wolves can do it since they've been throwing so many right hooks lately. Nice. But
I like it.
Oh my God! I want to pick them to lose to the Lakers, win the next one, get the 8 seed, and beat Denver because Denver hasn't done anything in the playoffs. And they went to the bubble, but that's the bubble. That's not the same thing. I really want to pick the T-Wolves to beat them, but without McDaniels and Reed, I just don't.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
don't think they
Even
can.
if they make it, I think they 5-6 games if they're lucky.
I would only go to a game if they played Memphis again because that place would be nuts, and I would only go to see what's going to be protested. Every damn time.
Glenn Taylor, he's not part of the team anymore, is he?
Who?
He's still
Glenn Taylor. He finalized that deal with A-Rod, right?
He's a minority owner right now because they just finished. They just finished the second payment, so now I think A-Rod is technically the majority owner, but they have 2 more installments, I believe, until they're completely majority, like the whole thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And those are not due till like 2024.
But, because there was one case of bird flu in Minnesota, so who knows? Glenn Taylor may have had to kill all his chickens. So we do have something someone could protest.
Okay, there it is. There.
I'll do it.
You never know. We'll and for the Wolves' sake, you almost hope it happens because they're undefeated when somebody protests there.
Yep.
So
I was looking for the team last year, and it was that third quarter where they came right back. I almost just went out there, and I don't know what I was going to protest, but I was going to protest something.
Oh, that's right. You were at that game last year, weren't you?
Fucked.
You know what?
They got fucked.
If they end up winning and playing Memphis again, the city of Minneapolis and the city of Memphis are always going to give something people to protest.
Yeah. That was still the loudest.
That right?
I'm not saying that, but Memphis and Minneapolis are undefeated when it comes to creating protests.
Good track record.
And both towns, you do have to give them their dues because they did create 2 musical icons. Both towns, you got to give them their respect there.
From Memphis.
No,
what?
Elvis.
Whoever sings "Walking" Memphis, that's a great song.
From Memphis, I knew he's from Tennessee.
Yeah, that's where he's buried. That's where his house was. His Graceland's in Memphis.
Cody, he's a coward. Go on with something cooler.
Like I knew that. I'm not going to pretend that I care.
All right. Well, like I said, I watched the movie and I went for a streak of like 2 weeks where I listened to strictly Elvis music.
It's pretty weird.
He had some bangers. He had some good music.
I've been listening to a lot
good,
of
clean
Denver
family fun. What's that?
I've been listening to a lot of John Denver lately.
Okay.
Rocky Mountain High.
Rocky Mountain High. Yep.
Just 2 country roads. I mean, like you name it, too good.
That's just American classic right there.
No. Annie's song. I mean, there's too many good ones.
Yeah. And then I just saw that they're coming out with a Bob Dylan biopic that's supposed to be released in 2024.
I had some class in college where the person was like obsessed with Bob Dylan, but I can't remember what class it was.
Isn't Bob Dylan?
Interesting.
He's from Minnesota.
Well, He's from
Hibbing.
Hibbing
or Ely.
Yep.
I knew it was one of the 2.
Yeah, he was from Hibbing, Minnesota. So he did that. Yeah, he spent like a semester at Minnesota. I know.
The University of Minnesota.
But.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep. And then he moved to New York, and he had like $2 to his name from the article I was reading today.
The ultimate bet himself.
Yeah, and he also spent the summer in between his high school graduation and before he started college at Minnesota. He spent the summer in Fargo because they just did a mural on him last year in downtown Fargo at a hotel bar he used to hang out at and smoke cigs. Yep. So this is just a podcast of making everybody smarter here, learning of musical history. If you don't know, now you know.
New I learned today. I, over these last 12 days, have not learned much new information, so it's nice.
I thought you were reading books now. What book are you reading?
No, I just.
Or you haven't started yet.
Just finished the league. About the old, Redskins.
Okay. Yep.
Redskins.
It's on my list.
Eagles.
Commanders.
Redskins at the time. You cannot change history, Ethan. You cannot change history.
Fighting Sioux.
Giants owner, just kind of how they came together and created the NFL.
Ooh.
And then
Yeah, I have it. It's on my list.
And then I think this week I'm gonna start Herbie's book, Kirk.
Oh, okay. I've
Yep.
read that one. That's a good book. So, okay. All right. Well, guys, I don't think I have any much more. I have curveball of the week today, so I suppose if you guys don't got anything, we'll just do that and wrap up the show.
No, just
nothing. Going once, going twice. All right, there it is. You heard that first from Big E there. So my curveball of the week here is, what is there's sometimes when you're eating, you go through phases of something that you're just craving, and you go through for a while and it dies down. What is your current food phase you're in right now?
That's a good one.
I don't know. Popcorners, for sure.
Oh, okay. What flavors? What flavors?
Well, we mix it up. We get the big 30-pack from Costco. It's like just
like the
mini bags. So, because God knows if I fucking bought a big one, it's gone that night. Like, there's no stopping me. So, you have to get the mini bags. I think my mom got me and Hannah each a bag of the kettle corn. One's like a big bag for Easter. That was Saturday. We got home at like 6 or whatever. It was gone last night. So, it's a bad idea to get a big bag. But my favorite kind, I think, is white cheddar.
I first tried the jalapeno one you gave me. That one was good.
What? Jalapeno? The spicy queso? Okay, yeah, that's solid, but white cheddar's the best, I think.
God, popcorners are good.
The cinnamon sugar one, my parents had at their house like a week ago. I had that one. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, Joe showed me those. They're okay. They're decent. I didn't love them. I thought they'd be better.
But I'm kind of stuck on that cinnamon sugar because it sounds fantastic. But I guess for me right now is one trend I'm on is, God, they're so good. Is they're like an ice cream cookie sandwich. I think the brand is Thelma's.
Ooh.
Guys, it's the
yes, Thelma's are so good. Holy they're so freaking expensive though. They're like $7 a pop, Dylan.
The small one.
Oh, geez.
Sandwich, they're like,
sound worth it though.
$3.99.
Oh, it's fucking incredible.
Like
yeah.
But $7, that's really only like $2.99 in regular inflation world.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean,
But, yeah, the Thelma's peanut butter chocolate chip cookie sandwich. Oh my God, they're so good. When I was working before I was put on the injured reserve. When you
you're on the disabled list. Let's call it what it is.
That's fair. You get done with work. You're walking around. You're picking up a few goodies here and there, and it's like, I'm gonna get a little treat on the way home. Give me an ice cream sandwich, and you have one, and you're like, oh Christ, this is good. Then you have another one, and then
those look good.
You kind of almost can't end the day without having one, and you feel kind of naked without it. So I'd say the Thelma's peanut butter and chocolate chip cookie sandwich right now. That's the trend. Yeah.
Sounds bomb.
Okay. All right. Mine, and I've been on this since about like November, is the Ruffles chips with the Lay's French onion dip. Been just hammering that.
Ruffles, or we're talking cheddar sour cream?
Just plain Ruffles or wavy Lay's. The original potato chips, but wavy.
Yep.
And for the Lay's French onion dip.
Oh, so we're dialing in on the Lay's.
Awesome.
It's not any French onion dip.
Yep.
It's not a Ruffles. It's just the wavy Lay's.
Well, I've gotten just the original Ruffles too.
Well, no, then you can't
dipped
do
it
that. It's the French onion dip. Then is Lay's. Like you can't just mix it up.
I think that's what makes it
I
so
can.
intriguing. Is
This
he's
is
double
America.
dipping on the brands.
I go to my local Dollar General, and sometimes they're out of the wavy Lays, sometimes they're out of the Ruffles, and I just take what I can get.
But
I can't
dip
be too
is
picky.
Specifically Lay's, right?
Yes.
Lay's has a dip.
A French onion dip. Yep.
I've never seen that.
I will send you guys a picture. But
you know what?
Yes, it's.
Go grab it right now. Let's figure this out right now.
I ate the last of it on Saturday, so I do not.
Seems like a stall.
Yeah. So, nope. That's my story, but it's and it's even you can get it at Target.
Okay. Oh yes,
Right
I have
there.
seen that one. Okay, I have seen that one.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you want to know Boone's,
Yeah.
Boone's, he's been eating a lot of carrots lately. Big carrot guy.
Oh.
So what he's been doing every time we have a snack, he literally crawls on top of us and starts whining that he gets a snack. So he's been eating a lot of carrots because he basically has eaten all his other food.
Well, this is just me, but
Okay.
I think you need to feed your dog more peanut butter. I mean,
He
Yeah,
does
he
get
does.
peanut butter sometimes.
Yeah,
he
he
does
does.
like.
Right, how big is the hole in the peanut butter jar right now?
Here, let's. However big the Kong is,
I
let's
was gonna.
find it.
I thought we were gonna say about 5 inches. I mean,
Well, here it is. He still has some in there. There's a little bit. Yep, here he comes.
look
Yep.
at
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah, look
There
at-
it is.
Yep. Whoop, there it
So
is.
Dylan, are you ever gonna do like your? Are you ever gonna? If let's say they were out of the Lay's sour cream and onion chip, or ranch chip, are you ever gonna like? Would you ever make your own? Like, get a small thing of sour cream, the Hidden Valley Ranch sauce, and just mix it together, and put it in one? Or are you dialing it?
No, it's French. It's the French onion
I'm
dip. It's
sorry.
not ranch
if
dip.
They have like pack of French onion and sour cream, or are you dialed in on the Lay's?
I
Are you dialed
haven't.
in on the
You
Lay's?
know, I'm
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. It's I've dabbled with. It's called Hell of a Good Dip.
I think I've heard it.
That one's okay, but it's a little bit. It's one of those. The Hell of a Good Dip is. It's a little bit harder. It has to be refrigerator where it's the French onion dip. It's a little bit more
once you open
runnier.
You do
the
realize
only
once you
complaint.
open up that lid, it needs to be refrigerated, right? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
I
was worried for-
refrigerate that.
there.
Yeah, but it's still the texture of the Lay's is it's not like it's like hardened, you know, where like the Hell of a Good Dip when you dip your chip in, it can break the chip. Where the Lay's you
Now,
dip it in
do
and
you
it
have-
won't break it.
You have Top Potato out in Dickinson, or
I've seen it. I've
do me a
never
favor
had it though.
and try that sometime. It's refrigerated, so it's kind of like the Hell of a Good Dip, where it's going to be concrete. But
Yep.
one day when Connor was living with me and Caleb in Fargo, one summer after school, when he was illegally subletting Weston's apartments, he came home from a long day of work, and he bought, I kid you not, a 16-ounce container of Top Potato and a thing of Lay's wavy chips.
Oh boy.
And the size of these scoops that this man was pulling out in this Top Potato was just mesmerized me. It was almost like he was dipping. He wasn't dipping his chip in Top Potato. He was dipping his Top Potato in the chip. And when he got to like the bottom quarter of the pail, this animal, this savage, just takes a bunch of chips, breaks them up, and almost makes like a soup, and finishes it with.
Ew.
And
Oh my. That
That's
is that is the most Connor story I have ever
absolutely
heard.
outrageous. But do me a favor and try Top Potato. I think you might like.
Okay, I actually just saw it today at one of the grocery stores I was at. So I will do that and I will report back to you. It probably won't be Wednesday when we record, but it'll be after I get back
That
from
sounds
Mexico.
good.
How does that
You
sound?
could wait until summer. Hell, it could be Memorial Day, kick off to summer. But I think in terms of like a French onion type dip, I think you'll like top potato.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm like I said, I am the least picky eater you will ever meet, and I will I'm sure I will enjoy it thoroughly. You've never led me astray, Grant, so I trust your word, but if this is bad, you're dead to me. You will never be welcome on the show again. You will be fired, you will be ousted, you will be sent to exile. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't
It
do
sounds
that
like
to
a
you.
David Portnoy threat right there.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. We're all riders. We got to ride for each
But no,
other.
I'm confident you'll enjoy it.
So,
I'm not going to say it'll be the best thing you've had, but I think you'll like it.
all right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. But that puts a wrap on episode 73, the Nick Weir episode. Check us out on all of our social medias. We'll be posting these segments of the show on YouTube at Three Guys Talking Ball Podcast on Friday. Check out the Facebook page. Go send us a like. Go check us out on our Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at 3GTB Podcast. Tweet us suggestions, things you want to hear, see that you like the show, what you don't like. We probably won't listen to you if you don't like it. I'm just kidding. We always take constructive criticism here. But check us out. And that wraps up episode 73, the Nick Weir edition, and we'll